101 TKO Radio. It's going down 101 TKO Radio. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. It's another one. I'd like to welcome everybody to the program. Yeah. Give it up for the program. I'm your host, Iyah Wise. Waiting on my co-host, you know what I'm saying? If you know anything about Atlanta, you know Atlanta traffic be trafficking. But Honest Fabe, that's my co-host, man. He on the way. Safety first, you know, the weather get a little bad out there too. But anyway, uh, it's another week, man. We here. We made it to see another week. It's a blessing. I hope everybody in good spirits. I hope everybody in good health. And I hope everybody still out here trying to obtain a little wealth. Because wealth is health. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, like I said, it's the program, man. This is where you come every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 to get a dose of some realness, some real ish, some real spit, real spill. Um, you know, we explained this previously, but me and my partner, we just developed the show. It's kind of every day we make politic about different things. Sometimes conversation might be 5 minutes, sometimes it might be 2 hours. And we look up and be like, man, we just did a whole show and kind of throw it away. But, you know, it ain't never thrown away because we bounce ideas off each other. And we trying to just figure out ways to make the community better, not just so the community, just make the people better, uplift the people and push a different way of thinking, man, because, you know, they going to always tell you what to think, but they ain't never really trying to tell you how to think. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to use your brain, man. You know, you can't go with everything that's told. They may tell you something that's true, but until you do your own research on it and verify it, it's just hearsay. That's the way I look at it. But you know, that's just me. But what y'all on, world? You know, we're gonna do something a little different tonight. I want to open the floor up to the people, man. What y'all want to talk about? I got if you follow me on Facebook Live, we got that going. We on YouTube. We on the 101 TKO Radio app. We on 101TKORadio.com. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe on all them platforms. But yeah, talk to me, man. What y'all want to talk about? Hit me on the line, call in, talk to what my people got going on. Good Green, what's happening, brother? Brother Josh on here, Quincy, Demarius. Hey, man, my brother Two-Face, man, I love the music, bro. Keep it coming. I need to get you on the show. You know what I'm saying? Gonna put you back out there properly, you know. If y'all didn't know, my brother Demarius Gertner, a.k.a. Two-Face, man, he one of the coldest lyricists out there. Like, I'm talking about Sub-Zero cold, ice cold. Diddy, man. What y'all think about Diddy? Y'all think Diddy coming home? I think Diddy coming home. Diddy coming home, man. You heard it here first. If you didn't hear it here first, act like you heard it here first. Diddy coming home. They dropped the major charges. We got one juror that ain't going. You know what I'm saying? You remember when I told you you got to think for yourself? I think we got one that's thinking for itself. You know, they saying he refuses to follow the judge's order. But I'm like, what is the judge's order? Either you feel like he guilty or you feel like he innocent. You can't bully the man into making a decision that he don't feel. You know what I'm saying? So that might be what's going on, and that might be what bring him home. And the way I look at it too, you know, these people are professionals, the court people, the jurors, the lawyers. They is not trying to be in deliberation on no holiday. They want to go home and eat food with their families just like everybody else. And I'm pretty sure Diddy want to go home, be with his children. And the folk fumbled the case, man. They fumbled the case. Ain't no other way to say it. It's a fumble. At the goal line, too, at that. Fumbled at the goal line. And my boy might be finna run it back to the end zone. Salute him. See, that's what you call over whooping. The government was over whooping. They had the video where he beat the girl up. They should have just charged him with assault, a battery or something like that. But no, they want to give a man a RICO for some baby Earl. That's how they said in New Orleans, baby Earl. They want to give him a RICO for some baby Earl, and it backfired on them. You know what I'm saying? Every time they try to take the man down, it ain't gonna happen like that. You know, especially if you got enough money to find somebody that really know these laws, they gonna find a way to get you up out of there. Unless you just going around killing people, you can't be knocking people off and get away with it. Not these days, cameras everywhere. Um, what else going on in the world? Our president still out here presidenting. And I ain't gonna talk bad, but I'm gonna give him his flowers right now, and y'all can feel how y'all want to feel. But he brokered a peace treaty in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. I don't know if y'all follow that type of stuff, but it's two tribes or two nations or countries, whatever, what have you, that been fighting for decades, and they've been asking every other president that, hey man, can you try to come over here and help us out? And they were like, no, we ain't worried about that. But yeah, Trump went and did that. I salute him for that. He talk about he gonna deport his buddy back to South Africa, old Elon. What y'all think about that? I don't think he gonna do it. I think it's all. I think it's like the YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? They be creating these beefs and stuff for content. Everything is about content now. Content is king. But I don't think he is gonna do that. He said that Elon is mad that they getting rid of the bill that says all the cars got to go electric by a certain year. And I could be saying this wrong, but this is just how I interpret it. And he was like, everybody may not want electric cars. He got a point. But at the same time, I just feel like all this stuff is just said to get the people to get on a side, to pick a side, you know what I'm saying, and push an agenda. But like I said at the beginning, use your brain, folks. Don't let nobody push you into doing nothing you don't want to do. Don't let nobody push you into feeling how you don't want to feel. And that go for everything, anything, and not just something. All of it. What else going? Y'all talk to me, man. What we got? What's y'all holiday plans? Y'all celebrate 4th of July? Y'all boycotting? What's up? Me personally, I ain't turning down no phase. I want all the holidays. Anytime I got a chance to be at work, I'm there. I don't just call me what you want to call me. It's a holiday for a reason. It happened way before I got here. I'm just gonna enjoy. What y'all on? Whitehead, what's up, brother? Keith, what's going on, cuz? Everybody in the chat, hope y'all doing good. I tell you what, though. Baby back ribs and macaroni and cheese and collard greens and baked beans, that sound good. I don't care if it's the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th of July. It sound good. And I'm probably going to eat it on all them days because it's going to be some left over. So how y'all feeling about this World War III talk? Me personally, I feel like it's been World War III since about 2001. Because since that point, somewhere in the world, somebody been fighting. Whether they using bombs and guns and torpedoes, or whether they using money, whether they using tech, it's all warfare. Whether they using diseases, you know what I'm saying? We just came out of biological warfare that people don't like to speak about. But if you survive, I'm glad you survived. You stood on business. I'm glad you stood on business, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I stood on business. And I was stood on business every time. Yeah, man. What else we got going on in the world? Anybody been keeping up with the Braves? You been keeping up with the Braves?
Man, the last few times they were playing bad
With the Mets, right? It was get the Mets.
But nah, with the Mets,
they did good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they almost swept them both times.
Oh, for real? See, I be getting the score alerts on my phone, but I don't really be watching the games though. So I just see the scores and who they playing. I don't really be tuned in like that. But if I had like season tickets, I go to I love going to the game.
Yeah.
But watching it on TV, nah, that ain't my thing. That ain't my thing. I got a call the other day, and it said Atlanta Falcons training camp. I said, yeah, it done got that bad. I'm finna go to camp. I mean, can't be that bad. I know I can play 7. What position y'all think I can play? I think I'll make a good wide receiver, man. Well, no, I ain't that fast no more. I might need to be a water boy or something.
Seen the Hawks making some moves, though.
Yeah, man.
The Hawks trying to do something.
They trying to get it together.
Yeah.
They trying to get it together. You think LeBron gonna get traded to Cleveland like they saying?
Nah.
I don't think so either. I think they just talking. With the Pittsburgh, the Steelers, they made some good moves.
Yeah, but I mean, he only playing for 1 year. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I mean, as he should, because Aaron Rodgers might go out there and tear his Achilles on the first play. I don't know. I don't know. Because that's about what happened. It wasn't the first game, but you remember about, last year, 2 years ago?
Yep.
Man.
The third, I think like
The third,
snap
yeah.
or something like that.
Yep.
The
Now,
third series or something like
now
that.
he healed up and still did his thing, but that's got to be scary. You pay a man all that money, and it seems like it's just all gone away. Kirk Cousins.
We need to get rid of him.
I say ship his ass to.
Hey, Pittsburgh should have got Kirk Cousins out by hand, man.
I say send him to New Orleans. That way we know we we ain't got to worry about them, man. Hey, go Falcons, man. They said we gonna lead the NFC South. They kind of say that every year, and we had it last year. We just Tampa. I ain't gonna even play in Tampa. I'm gonna blame us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame us. But I hope Penix can do his thing. Hope he can do his thing. I hope Shador come out there and do his thing. They already trying to smut his name to when he was caught speeding and doing 110. And who ain't? You drive a Lamborghini, you gonna do 110 too. Man, please. What my boy named, the goofy one? Travis Hunter. Yeah. What you think he gonna play both sides? What do you think they gonna have him at?
See, they saying that Jacksonville really need they need both. But I think he'll play both sides, but I don't think it's gonna be like he did in college.
Nah, no way possible.
Nah.
The game too fast.
Yeah. Too violent for him too.
Yeah. I think he gonna hold his own. Only thing they gonna probably start him is injury or that girl. Yeah, either injuries or that girl. Who else making big waves in the sports? What the young man name that showed out on the Jazz? You can say
Ace Bailey.
Ace Bailey or something. Cuz said I did not want to play for no Jazz.
You seen his facial expression when they called him?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I would have sent him back. We don't need you. We good. What do you think? You got to make a name for yourself. You know what I mean? To start acting like that, you ain't nobody know you Otis.
Hey, just like what you said earlier, he'll follow him.
Yep, right.
Just do you, man?
Because the way I be looking at it, okay, I got the opportunity to rebuild a franchise. Because don't act like Utah wasn't Utah at one point. You know what I'm saying? Utah was Utah. Did they win one?
What's that?
John Stockton and Carl?
Nah.
No, Jordan, yeah. They don't like to talk about that Jordan part, You get to talk about Jordan, he was playing against plumbers and milkmen. I don't care. They was in the league, Jack, and they couldn't stop and they couldn't beat them. Yeah. Marquis, what up, cuz? What's going on, man? Y'all talk to me. What we on, man? I got Folk Valley in the chat, 47 in the chat. Shout out to the Atlanta people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe. 101 TKO Radio, the program, man. We out here. Pete kind of trolls the back with the football. Oh, say word. They said, I'm from Folk Valley. Peach kind of trolls, we got pretty much a powerhouse on the football, but we had a couple of year rebuilding year. They say we back this year. We back this year. You know, that'll be something cool too, man. We can set up somewhere we can go down there and do a little something for the kids. Do a broadcast or whatnot. I'm gonna see who I need to talk to. Try to bring a little excitement and awareness down there, man, because there's some good stuff going on. I got shout out to my cousin D Black, man. D Black got a barbershop. He built from the ground up, doing real good. I think they just put a tattoo shop in the back of that thing. Go get me some ink. I'm about scared now, though. I ain't had no tattoos in 20 years. What y'all think? I want to get 2 chest pieces for my children. My son right here, my daughter right here. It's been so long, though, I'm kind of scared. What I need to do? Y'all think I can do it? No. I ain't got, that's that young folks stuff. That's like riding roller coaster now. I don't think I can do it. I ain't got it in me. I need to be sitting still. Yeah, man. Oh, while we just chopping it up, I need everybody to do this. Go to Spotify, go to Apple Music, go to wherever you get your music from, and pre-order or pre-save. My new single is called Cash Out. Self-explanatory. Everybody can relate to some money. We all need some money. If you don't need the money, you want the money. If you don't want or need the money, give me the money. That's the purpose of the song. Cash Out, man. Yeah, but I hope everybody have a good, prosperous weekend. You know, if you're shooting your fireworks, make sure it's only fireworks that you're shooting in the air, because them bullets come down too.
Yep.
And they hurt from what I hear. I can't tell you firsthand, but I hear they hurt. And we don't need nobody innocent getting shot off of nothing crazy. So shoot your fireworks, man. Celebrate how you celebrate. But after a certain hour, and I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to this too, wrap that shit up, because folk be trying to go to sleep. No, I be trying. I don't hear that mess all night. Wrong with you. And clean up behind yourself. And make sure you put some deodorant on too, because it's hot out there. I might buy me some fireworks this year. I got shot in the leg one year. I still got the scar somewhere. I think it was a cherub. No, the Roman candles. Man, that thing hit me in my leg and got stuck. That wasn't no good feeling. Good Green, I think you was out there that night at my uncle house. The firework hit me in the leg. We were running. Caught me. Ain't did nothing to you. Good old time, man. I miss the atmosphere, how it was when I was growing up. Everything was cool. We used to fight. We wasn't no shooting. We were gonna fight. We'll walk crowd time to fight. Walk crowd time to play basketball. Walk crowd time, football, baseball. We stayed busy. I don't know what they got going on now. Roman counters ain't no joke. You right, the Roman counters ain't no joke, Jack. You get in the way if you want to. You will regret it. What's some new music coming out? You know, I'm old head when it comes to the music. Me personally, I'm looking forward to Jermaine Dupri. The Magic, that Magic City. Oh my Lord, I done watched almost every video on YouTube.
You got one with Rocco?
Yes, sir. It's hard too. You heard what Rocco told him? He said, "Man, excuse me." And we talking about Jermaine Dupri, y'all. He doing an album to go along with the Magic City documentary that he's doing.
In August. I think it come out in August.
It's coming out in August. Okay.
On Stars.
On Stars? Oh, for real? Yeah, I'm in there. So he doing a Magic City documentary supposed to come on Stars in August. He got all the greats out of Atlanta. So he got this particular one with Rocco. He said when Rocco made I'ma Do Me, he trying to figure out, calling around Atlanta, man, whose song this is? He didn't know that was Monica, baby dad or husband, what have you at the time. So he talked to Rocco. Rocco looked at me in the face and said, man, I ain't studying no music. I do construction. I said, dang. That's what I'm talking about, man. Don't let nobody tell you you can't get your money while you pursuing your dream. Cause like I said earlier, you need your money. You got to be able to fund it. You got to be able to fund the dream. If you can't fund the dream, it's probably gonna be a dream a little longer than you want it to be, and that's real spill. But he got, I think the lead single is with Dro, Ti, and 2 Chainz called "Turnaround." I seen one with J Money and Sean Paul from Young Bloods. Did you see the one with CeeLo? Yeah, man. Oh man, that's CeeLo. I ain't gonna lie, CeeLo probably my number one artist from Atlanta. You know, no disrespect to Dre or nobody else, but all around, CeeLo gonna get down. CeeLo gonna get down. Um, he got Travis Porter on there. I, s- yep, yep. I seen Bow Wow. Of course, Bow Wow gonna be on there. It was a girl. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I know that was the first time I knew he was doing something. It
Yeah,
was a
she
girl, I
got a
think
song called Magic City.
yeah, because I think they say that she was an actual dancer too.
Oh, okay, okay. I can't remember her name. Um, can't remember who else I seen on there. Good God Almighty, was storming out there. Um, dang, who else on there? We said Rocco, Kilo. Yeah, he got one with Kilo. Now I don't know. I might have dreamed this. I thought I seen him on some with Sammy Sam. I ain't sure. I ain't sure. But I did see Sammy Sam on that old Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Lil Will. Lil Will from the Dungeon family. I'm trying to get Lil Will up here. Q Beats. If you listening, brother, we need y'all up here. We gotta get you up here. So Lil Will, if you don't know, he sung the hook on So Icy. He sung the hook on It's Okay for Slim Cutter. He sung the hook on
He did the song
I'm Looking for Nikki. If you're from Atlanta, I know you remember that one. Um, they Don't Dance No More. He did that hook.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he did that one. But yeah, Lil Will got a song called Old Atlanta. And just like JD, he got like 10 versions of it. He got a 285 version, he got an I-20 version, he got a 85 version, a 75 version. I think he got a Zone 3 version. He got an old school version with my OG Mojo on there. Shout out Mojo. Mojo was the first rapper out of Atlanta, and I'm honored to say I produced 2 songs for him and featured on one of them with him. So y'all go check that out. Um, I just want my picture took. It's on all platforms. Got the original version produced by me, featuring me. Then we got the remix with produced by MC Shadi, featuring me. Then he got the remix with MC Shadi and Cujo Goody. So just to be able to share credits and just to share commonality with them type of names, that means a lot to me. I'm from Fort Valley, Georgia. You understand me? It's probably population 5,000, and I'm working with people that done touch 5 million, if not more than that. So that's just confirmation from the universe to let you know that you keep going. Somebody listening to you, and somebody appreciate what you're doing, and that's real game. That's a message, y'all. Don't forget that. You think they ain't looking, they watching. I promise you. Don't ever, 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 ever give up. Don't stop. I might need to. I should have named this segment "Wise Words with Iyah Wise." But yeah, this is my gift to the people, man. A lot of people ain't gonna tell y'all this type stuff for free. I'm gonna give it to you because I want us all to win. We all gotta win. You winning, that's my compensation. I ain't gotta get nothing off your win. I know how to win. I've been winning for a long time. Small victories equate to a big victory in the long run. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get back to this song, this old Atlanta song. I seen Sammy Sam. He got one. Can't remember who else on it with him. Kilo on one of them. Of course, I think Backbone was on the original. Big Rube on one. Uh, what's my man from the East Side that was with Trillville? Don P. He on there. Cujo. That's a cool little concept. Cool little concept. It remind me of like you remember back in the Gap when they did the self destruction type of songs and the we all in the same game type of song. I always like stuff like that. They don't do that no more. They don't even have rap groups no more.
Yeah, because the Migos was the last one.
Migos, and maybe Migos, City Girls, and what my boy's name from Mississippi, Ray Shrimmer. That was about it. That was about it with the rap group.
Last, yeah.
Yeah. Bring back the rap groups, man. I want to start a group. Who want to be in my group? We're going to call my group Iyah Wise and the Cushites. So I could be like, hello, I'm Iyah Wise, and these are the Cushites. On some David. Yeah, man, I'm just clowning. What y'all think about me getting a female co-host? I feel like I need a female presence at the table, just a different perspective. And I know y'all probably get tired of looking at these hard legs all day. Well, you ain't tired of looking at me because I'm handsome. But, you know what I'm saying? Just to add a little flavor, man. Sometimes us guys, we get the feeling like we know everything and we always right. And we don't always know everything and we ain't always right. So I just feel like to have a feminine presence in here, we can get a little straightener sometimes. Or we could just spark a good debate. Might be some back and forth. You know how, I don't know how to act sometimes. With that being said, if you're interested in helping us host, you're a female, and even if you just want to come through and just sit down and talk, you ain't even got to be an official co-host, but if you want to co-host too, we with all that. Just trying to spice it up a little bit. We'll get you a little wine, whatever you need, you know what I'm saying? We'll say we'll get you a hookah, but we ain't doing that.
V103 ATL's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Odyssey.
It's all good. What's going on, Brother King? In the chat, hollering at him. Appreciate you checking in, bro. All right. Just doing a little conversation, man, a little back and forth, interacting with the people. We're going to pay a few bills. Hey, we'll be back in a minute. Y'all stay tuned. If the live cut off, make sure y'all go to YouTube. Check us out, 101 TKO Radio. Go to the app, 101 TKO Radio app. Go to the website, 101TKORadio.com. Keep it locked, man. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, man. 2025, it cost at least
though? Do you feel how I feel, or I'm just a joke? Can we get together?
On that last live, I need you on this live. We got a little bit too careless with the music. It's all good though. Facebook, why y'all tripping? Them folks already rich, man. They ought to be glad we jamming to their music and all that old stuff. Can't get all the money. Can't get all the money. Well, you probably can get all the money, but leave some for somebody else. You dig? I don't remember where I was at before we took a break. You know, I've been all over the place. That's how my brain work, man. That board on the matrix with the little green numbers and letters, man, that's my brain. I have to stop sometimes to see if I can catch it all.
Ones and zeros.
Yeah, that's all it is. Oh, I know what I was on before I left. Female co-host. Yeah. We need a little eye candy in here. I feel like it'll lighten the mood. If somebody come in here smelling like Bath and Body Works spray, and what they be wearing, all kind of stuff. There be some dudes wearing the Bath and Body Works spray too. I ain't really got that far yet. I ain't got that far. I need some YSL, some Isimiyaki, you know what I mean? Some manly type stuff. But anyway, anybody that got a brand, you know, I think I stated earlier, I'm emphasizing this. You got a brand, come on, let's grow together. You know what I'm saying? Flourishing business, you know what I'm saying? I got a flourishing show. We can make this thing work together, help each other. Like Forrest and Bubba said, we lay with our back against each other. We sit with our back against each other. That way we ain't got to lay with our head in the mud. Each one teach one type stuff. You did. What kind of events? We got events coming. Well, we're going to be outside this summer, right?
Yeah, we got what's this? The Atlanta hip hop.
Yeah.
Was the one that we did last year?
Yeah. It's in a different location this year, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had fun. Really had fun. And it's on a Saturday. I work early Saturdays now, so I can get there kind of early. I'm looking forward to that. I might bring my daughter out there, let her get some of this radio lifestyle. Shout out to Kaylani Johnson, my baby. You know what I'm saying? She would be my female co-host, but I don't think she was feeling it, y'all. I had her, she was laying over there on the sofa with her feet in the air, head down on the table. She a trip. A real, as my daddy would say, she a real spoke. But shout out to the youth, man. We need to get anybody got any book bag drive, school supplies, stuff like that going on, let me know. I want to tap in. I want to be a part of it. I want to help any way I can. We got to understand these going to be the people that's raising us when we get old. You know what I'm saying? Better believe it. And we be criticizing, oh, these young folk, but who raised them? Somebody, they didn't, well, some of them did raise themselves, and that's the problem. Like, it's we the grown folk now. We had to raise them. They got to raise the next one. The next one got to raise the next one. So what we put in them, they going to put into the different generations that follow them. Now, what I will say about the younger generation, they are fearless. They ain't studying nothing. I don't want to say they don't believe in nothing, but you got to prove it to them. They ain't just going for it. Previous generation, you tell them the sky blue, they going to be like, oh, yeah, the sky blue. How you know the sky blue? Because they said it. These folks here ain't going. You tell them the sky blue, you got to get them the definition of blue. Then you got to explain to them how you know that that's the real definition and who made it up. I respect that. That's what I'm about. Thinking for yourself. Oh. Y'all call up and talk to me. What we going on? Drop something in the chat. What you want to talk about? Let's get this thing going, man. Keith, what you on, brother? You say you gonna be at the crib in a few days? My cousin, what you was in the Navy, bro? Marines. My bad. Yeah, cousin in the Navy. I had took the funny story. 2001, I think I was in 10th grade. I took the ASVAB. I didn't know what the ASVAB was. Them folks were just like, I said, I can get out of class? They were like, yeah. Man, took about a week. Phone ringing off the hook. I was considering it. But you know what stopped me? About 2 months later, it was bombs over Baghdad. I was like, oh, no, they fight. They wasn't fighting. Like, hey, when I took this test, they wasn't fighting. They fight now. I go to college. No, sir. But looking back, though, I kind of wish I would have, you know. Couldn't have been that bad. I got a lot of partners that went to Afghanistan, Iraq, you know what I mean, that whole region during the conflict times, and they made it out. I know I'm tougher than them. Yeah, man. How y'all like the single? Y'all like the single? You know what I mean? Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, yeah. I figured everybody can relate, man. This is what we gonna do. We got a challenge. Everybody got a challenge. We gonna make this a ringtone. I need everybody to change their ringtone to my single. So when your phone ring and the people that's around you hear the Cash App and the Zelle and the PayPal and the yeah, they be like, okay, see, bro, about some money. We about some money, man. Generational wealth, we gotta build it up. The neighborhood, we gotta heal it up. And we gotta stop killing it up. All the killing ain't necessary, man. All the gunplay, all that ain't necessary. We can sit down and talk about anything. That one, Fire Cuz, I appreciate it, man. It's been like 4 years since I really put out a whole project. I've been just throwing singles out here and there. Like we used to do spaghetti, throw it against the wall, see what stick. And, you know, they've been doing pretty good. But I feel like it's time, it's time that I put out a project because, as anybody that know me personally, you know, the last 4 years been a tough 4 years, you know, and my way of dealing with stress or whatever, or trauma, even drama. I write about it, rap about it, sing about it, make beats, make music. Music is healing. I encourage anybody I encourage everybody. Find you a hobby, and if you can find a way to produce some revenue off that hobby, do it. Don't quit your job, because you still got to pay your bills, but manifest your hobby, man, and do what you got to do. Stand on business. I want to give a real big shout out to my brother, you know, God rest his soul, the mighty Rob Cobain. 'Cause he was a prime example of that. You know what I'm saying? My man stood on business. He didn't let nobody tell him that what he couldn't do. He ain't let nobody tell him what he can't do. And he didn't let nobody tell him what he wouldn't do. He showed you what he could do. And he, in my opinion, his legacy was cut short to some foolishness, but the music and the insight and the wisdom and just the love that he left all of us, our immediate crew, if you know us, you know what I'm talking about. He put it down. And a funny story, I was at my job Sunday talking to one of my coworkers, white guy. We got to talking about comic books or whatnot, and he brought up the video game. I don't know if y'all in the video games, but it's a video game called Metal Gear Solid. And you familiar? One of the themes on Metal Gear Solid is a song called Snake Eater. So what bruh did, and I could be wrong, but from the conversation that we had, he reached out to the people that from the game. I don't think he got with them, but he actually got in touch with the lady that sung the vocals on the song. And she blessed him with singing the vocals on his version. And that's just like, that's major. Y'all may not understand what that is, but that's major. So that's like a song that she was a part of that touched billions of people around the world through a video game. He was able to reach out to her and get her blessing and her vocals on his song. And by it being what it is, it's probably done touched a couple million heads, you know. So shout out to him, shout out to her. Rest in peace, my brother. We miss you, we love you. And we're going to keep that name alive as much as we can. Because I know if he was here, he'll be here, right here with me, promoting it, pushing it. That's what gave me the drive to keep going through all this. There's been plenty of times I wanted to just give up, not on life, but you know what I mean, give up on the music and just all the different trades and whatnot, because they get overwhelming when you're trying to do it by yourself. But yeah, anyway. What's up, man? Somebody call, talk to me, holler at me. Rico, what's up, brother? Call in, let me hear your voice. Big Debo, representing New Jersey. Man, they all the way in New Jersey, tapping in with me. Real love, real family, real folk. Keith, where you at now, cuz? I know you done been all over the world. Been all over the world. I need to go all over the world and do me a little traveling. I want to hit, definitely want to hit, I think I want to go to Ghana. You know, everybody go to different places. Africa, I want to go to Ghana. I want to go to Ethiopia. You in Rhode Island? What is you doing? I didn't even know they allowed black people in Rhode Island. What is you doing in Rhode Island? I bet they got some good seafood up there, though. Might need you to send me some crabs, man. Or is that Boston? That's Boston, ain't it?
Is it Maine?
Oh, let me see what cuz say.
Clam chowder? Clam chowder?
I'm an officer now. Oh, he's an officer now. I don't really know what that means, but I know it's big. Salute you, man. We got somebody on the line. Okay, all right, man. We got somebody calling up. We're gonna patch them in.
Call from Star Superior, LLC. To accept, press 1.
Yo, talk to me.
Hi, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Not much, man. That was a beautiful story, man. I heard it and I was like, man, let me chime in, man. Man, the way that even Snake Eater happened, shout out to Cobra.
Yes, sir.
It's funny that, like, that's the part of the whole live that I jumped on, and that's the first thing I heard. I used to sit over his crib, and he would play that game.
All day.
So when I heard the song, my Kanye Pharrell brain went off, and I was like, I gotta go sample that. So I went online, did my little online thing. I found the beat, and then I just went to chopping. Found the instrumental, found the beat. I did all kinds of things, and I chopped it up and I made a song. And then I sat there because I wanted to rap on it. But then I was like, you know, me and Cobra had fell out.
Yep.
And then, you know what I'm saying, this was probably around when I first started hanging back with him after a couple years. And after I made that beat, instead of rapping on it, I was like, you know what? This gonna be my olive branch to him to kind of like extend it to being like, all right, bro, we back cool. So I made it, and the original version, like he had the first verse, I had the second verse, and that's how it was. But I know later on, he took the beat and he did something else with it. He wanted to make a part two. He made another version.
Right.
But through the power of social media, he was able to reach out to Cynthia Harrell, who was the singer on The Voice. And it's a shame it didn't happen, man, because we were planning to do a tiny desk, type concert down here
Yep.
in the Valley for him.
It's supposed to be in
And she was
September,
gonna
right?
come down, yeah, cause she was gonna come down from Atlanta, and she was gonna come down from Atlanta down to the Valley, and she was gonna like sing the song like with him live. We were gonna do it. We were gonna do it like downtown at the Austin Theater.
Right.
Man, it never happened. Never came into fruition. But that was just like a beautiful thing that I really want to see, and I'm thankful because I know in another lifetime there's a version of all of us that got a chance to witness that. It probably at Madison Square Garden or something like that. But yeah, man, no, that song is one of his most streamed songs. Like that is one of his biggest songs. You know what I'm saying? It touched a lot of people. And that song is 20 years old. We recorded that song back in 2006.
And
That song
that you say
next
it,
year will be 20 years old.
now that you say it, I remember the original version of you being on it. I really honestly forgot about that version. But you absolutely right. I didn't know you was behind the beat though. I didn't know that.
He was honestly one of the first artists I really started producing for. That really, because I always said I wanted to give him a hit. So if you go listen to his album Pump, I produced like half the album.
Yeah, that was
like
good.
Every album he did since then. I threw a couple beats on it because I always felt like I always kind of pushed him because I wanted him to do some DMX stuff. I wanted to be his Swiss Beats. Like, bro, I'm gonna give you a hit.
Right.
You're gonna get a hit. So I was just determined to get him out of his pocket.
Yeah.
Get him out of his pocket, man. You a dope writer. He always credited you with getting his flow on point because you ain't hold no breaks. And
that was
you
hard
tell
work.
him, hey, bro, you got beat. You put him in. You got him right, man. You got him right.
Yeah, that was hard
and
work.
I'm excited to hear your project though. Like I know you've been dropping your hits. I mean, you've been dropping singles, and you know what I'm saying. You got the stuff going on. Man, drop that, man. I can't wait for it, man. Congratulations again on you're a published author as well. I finally joined the club.
Okay.
Hey, man, you got a lot of motion, bro. Like you always gonna. I don't think it's nothing I done did too much that you ain't did before me that gave me the courage to really feel like, hey, bro, you can do it too. Like,
hey, you know what's
man,
crazy
like
though?
I said, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, bro. Honestly, I really just somebody will bring me an idea, and I'd be like, why not? Let's do it. And I got to get better with locking in on this stuff. Cause like you said, I got a lot of stuff going on. It's like in my mind, it's like a pinball machine. It's just the ball hitting off the different corners and the different flippers and trying not to go in the gutter. So I'm gonna bring it all in real soon, and it's gonna make a lot of sense.
Absolutely, man. I love what you're doing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep spreading the gospel, man. Keep staying true to yourself. Keep looking young. And keep prospering, man. I know you're gonna do big things, bro.
Hey man, I need your presence though. If you ever get a Tuesday free, come up here, man. You know, it's always love. We ain't gotta we can do what I'm doing now. We ain't gotta talk about nothing. We just talk.
Simple, man. Hey, I'm trying to I got some big plans coming up, so I'm trying to I need to take a vacation. I keep telling myself I'm gonna take some time for myself and you know what I'm saying, get out of work mode.
Right.
But like I said, bro, I got this book series I'm working on. So as soon as I get this last book written and published, yeah, that's probably when I'm gonna take some time to breathe.
All right, well let me know. You know I'm always here. Number the same. It ain't gonna change.
All right, man. I'm gonna be tuning in, man. Go ahead, man. Do your thing, Iyah. Shout out.
Appreciate it, man. Love you, bro.
Likewise, bro.
All right. Yeah, man, the road got Rico Star, aka Sean Millie Young. That's one of my partner, man. I'm gonna tell you, I've been knowing that man probably since like '89. I was born in '85. My mama didn't play that spending night stuff. That was one of the only houses besides my immediate cousins and you know what I mean, family that I can go spend the night. That's a real genuine brother. Cuz said the school Navy is paying for his school in Rhode Island. I like that. That's an example like for the younger cats, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta You ain't gotta be on that block. You ain't gotta be toting that pistol. You ain't gotta be doing this and doing that and doing that. Now, if you want to play with pistols and you want to get paid for it and retire, go to the military. Because if you go to the street and you play with the pistols, you gonna retire. They're gonna give you 30 years for sure. But it is not gonna be no pardon me. It is not gonna be a pension behind it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna take care of your kids. You understand me? Yeah, you might not live long. Your girl gonna leave you. She gonna leave you. I'm sorry. You get 5 months, she pretty much gonna leave you. So imagine you got 5 years. She gone, brother. She out of here. So yeah, I encourage the young brother to go to the military. Go do your thing, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Go drive trucks. Ain't no shout out to my partner T. Shout out to my partner Chew. My cousin Joey. Even my co-host Honest Fabe, he got a Sprinter van. You doing this thing, man. It's ways to make your own money. You ain't necessarily got to push nobody clock. You can make your own way. It's just you got to have the tools and the know-how. And honestly, I want to get with my partners because I got partners that they into the trucking. I got partners that construction. I got partners that cook, cut hair. You know what I'm saying? Landscapers. Understand me? We got to put this stuff together, man. Pick like a couple weekends out the money, just set up a clinic, teach these kids how to do some of it. You know, I deal with the music. I got partners that do comic books. Homegirls that write children's books. Hell, I wrote a children's book. You understand me? We just got to show these kids that you can do something. You can be somebody because the mind frame that we've been brought up on for so long is that all we can do is go to school and get a job, which ain't a bad move because everybody ain't going to be no owner. Everybody ain't going to have a business. However, However, the ones of us that got the mind to maintain that, we can do that. And we can really establish our own. Because as a community, that's the problem. Like, we don't trust each other and we don't have our own. And I tell people all the time, you know, they be like, well, you know, we so far behind, which is right. We are behind, way far behind. However, the statistics say that even though we're a minority in this country, we spend the most money. So if we spend the most money, we obviously make the most money. But the difference is we don't retain our money. We get paid and we gonna go cash the checks at the banks. Let's not trying to call nobody out, but we just gonna call it what it is. We're gonna go to the Jewish or the white banks, or we're gonna go to the liquor store that ain't owned by us to cash our check. Our old lady's gonna go see Miss Kim at the Asian store to get her hair. We're gonna get gas from the Arab brothers, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go eat at the Mexican restaurant, you understand? The grocery store, they owned by white people, I imagine. You still what I'm saying? Only time our money stays within our community is the barbershop, the hair salon, or the dope man. I'ma just call it what it is. It is what it is. But the thing about it, what we have to understand is the science of finances. Take the Mexican brothers and sisters. When you go in the Mexican restaurant, and I wish Fabe were here because this is one of the points that he made. When you go into the Mexican restaurant, you don't see no Mexicans sitting down in there eating. When I go in the Mexican restaurant, I see a lot of white people. But the reason is they eat that stuff at home. They prepare it for you to consume. Like, we have to start supporting our own communities as well, but we have to find a way to get people to patronize our businesses. We got to bring Sally Sue and Jim Bob in the soul food restaurants. You know what I'm saying? We got to bring Miguel Hernandez in the soul food restaurant. We got to bring the Italian man in the soul food restaurant. Let them start spending money with us. Period. It's called economics, real economics. You know? And people think I'm crazy when I be saying this. I be like, bro, we really got to start sticking together. And they're like, man, that ain't gonna never work. That ain't gonna never work. But you see every other community doing it. I ain't never seen no, I ain't gonna say never, but I don't see Asian people pandering to no politicians like a lot of other nationalities do. And I think the reason is because they got a community and they got their own heritage. They got their own, not rituals. What's the word? They got their own values. They got their own beliefs. They got their own way of doing things. They got a culture. That's the word. They got a real culture, and they sustain that culture when they come from wherever they come from. But in knowing our story, as far as what we think is our story, our culture had been lost long time ago. And some of us trying to get it back. Some of us trying to assimilate into different cultures, not realizing these people don't really want us. Let's see. Brother Zay, why do you think other cultures or races don't frequent black businesses? That's a good question, bro. I think they don't frequent our businesses because of historically we've been portrayed in a certain light. And over time, we've been brainwashed into believing what they say about us. So therefore, sometimes we act like what they say about us. And it's not just because that's how we are. It's out of frustration. And sometimes people feel like, okay, well, if you want me to be this, I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna be this because either way, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. So I might as well take it to the extreme. And it could also be on the business side. It also could be marketing. But I don't think it's that, because if you look at the music industry, it's fair to say that hip hop is pop music right now. And as far as the art of it, it's us. We control it. We control the culture, really. No. I'm gonna take that back.
No, I think some of it based on what they see how we talk amongst each other.
Absolutely.
So if we bashing people, you know what I'm saying, and we painting that narrative, they're like, well, if your own people don't shop with you, then why should I?
Why should I? And I'm glad you made that point. Because I tell people all the time, you can't go to a black-owned business, and expect a Walmart or a Target experience. Walmart and Target are corporations with billions of dollars backing them. They got a loss prevention department. They got such and such and such department to make sure you're going to get a certain experience. But at the same time, guess what they also got? They got your money. And that money that you give them ain't doing nothing for your community. So when you're dealing with businesses of your own people, you got to have a little grace. And on the flip side, business owners, when you're dealing with your own people, you got to have a little grace too, because I ain't going to lie. Y'all be overpricing some of that stuff because it's a black-owned business. Like, you got to have the quality too, period. You got to have the quality if you want to sustain. Like, you can't just go strictly for the big bag right off the rip. You got to build that quality to get you a big bag. Louis Vuitton been in business since the 1700s, but I promise you they wasn't the Louis Vuitton that they are now back in the 1700s. They had to build up to get that big bag. Let's see. How do we overcome this stereotype on us in America while use a system that oppresses? That's another good question. Personally, I think the way we overcome the system is we stop allowing the system to make puppets out of us. And what I mean by that is, like I stated earlier, take all the melanin out of the music industry. I promise you it'll crash. Take all the melanin out of professional sports. I promise you it will crash. Take all the melanin out of music. I mean, not music, I said music, out of movies. It's gonna crash. I promise. And them three industries alone make so much money. If we did that, something gonna happen. But the problem is, you got people that are gonna feel like they hadn't made enough money, or they can't sustain without getting that money. And that's a whole different issue. I say all the time, if we put a quarter of the energy that we give the NBA into Ice Cube League, the Big Three, give it 10 years. People probably ain't really going, I mean, the NBA going to always be the NBA, but the Big Three is going to be, okay, basketball season over, we got this right here. It's going to hold us over. And this Cube shit, come on. It all makes sense, but the psychology of it is like Fabe always say, we so far behind, it's hard to even see a change. But I tell you, only way you're going to see the change is to be the change. But one individual trying to make that change, it ain't gonna work. A handful of individuals, it ain't gonna work. We're gonna have to get a lot of influential people. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start doing what they expect us to do. Stop making them right. Absolutely, we gotta start doing it. That particular comment made me think about. It was a period in history where black people, well, they were on their shit, so to speak. Like from the 1890s, like up to the 30s and 40s, we had it going on, but they found ways to dismantle it. And right after they dismantled it, that's when you started seeing the drugs in the neighborhoods, and then the welfare systems coming through. It's always like once we get 40 years ahead, they throw a 100-year plan to knock us back, and we have to rebuild. They said that black people aren't a monolith, but if that is so, how do you convince our people to make those moves you mentioned? How do you convince them to make the moves mentioned? Honestly, bro, it's hard because you got to start with the youth, because the minds of the youth is still like clay, whereas the minds of the adults are like stone. It's hard to penetrate the mind of an adult, whereas a child's mind is still impressionable. So I just feel like you have to. It's a thin line. You got to find the parents that are willing to let their kids be taught something different. Because I tell people all the time, the way my mind became how it is, I considered that everything I've been told and taught could be a lie. I'm not saying that it's a lie. It could be true, but it could be a lie. So therefore, I want to base my final synopsis or opinion or whatever. I want to base what I think based upon what I think off of my research, if that makes sense. Like, basically, you're not finna piss on me and tell me it's rain. I'm finna go, I don't care if I gotta go to Chat GPT. I'm finna, hey, what's the difference between piss and rain? And I'm finna break down the different dynamics so that I know whether you pissing on me or whether it's raining on me. Because that's just the type of person I am. You can't just tell me something and expect me to go for it. No, I'm not that type of person. I refuse to be that type of person. And I tell people all the time, and I'm gonna just say this too, and people, you can condemn if you want to. I think our faith and our religion is a hindrance in a certain ways. And I'm not saying that believing in what you believe is hindering you. I'm saying believing how you believe is hindering you. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a phrase where I say, I'm not gonna let my faith make a fool out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't pull the wool over my eyes. I'm not that type of person. And if I'm wrong, so be it. Everybody gonna get judged accordingly. And when it's my time, I figure out where I went wrong, and I figure out, well, I got it right. And you know, what goes on from there goes on from there. But I'm not finna be wrong on the behalf of somebody else. I'm not gonna let you influence me to be wrong. I've never been that type of person. I got one biological brother. We 10 years apart, and he'll tell you, I march to my own drum. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. I don't care who you are. You can't influence me to do nothing, not even him. But yeah, so kind of got off topic. But I just think, man, in order to change the stigma, we have to really change our thinking. And in order to change our thinking, we got to start from the ground up, and the ground is the kids. It kind of reminded me of, what's the name? I think it was Distant Wilderness. No. Hold on. Yeah, it was Distant Wilderness. Goody Mob, Still Standing, 97. CeeLo say, it ain't gonna be no, we said revolution does not mean marching in these streets. He said it ain't gonna be no revolution without the women, and it ain't gonna be no future without the kids, and it ain't gonna be no kids without the men. No, I think I quoted that wrong. But at the end, he said we can't have love without trust, and trust can't come without communication. And you can't communicate if you ain't got shit to say. Come on, man. But bro said speak more on religion as a hindrance. See, I really don't be wanting to go here But since you asked me to go here, I'm gonna go here. And like I say, man, call in, man. We can chop it up on air. You know, anybody, it don't matter. But I think religion is a hindrance. You know what? Before I get there, we're gonna take a break because this one might take a while. We're gonna pay a few bills. Hey, y'all keep it locked, man. I will be right back. If this live in, y'all make sure y'all go to YouTube, go to the app. We everywhere. And check for the live again. I'll be back soon. Program. Yo, 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 yo. Hey, man. It's the program, right? And we really programming tonight. I solicited the viewers, the followers. The fans. I'm gonna call y'all fans because y'all keep me cool. You understand me? But no, I'm just talking. I just opened up the platform, and I asked people to talk to me what y'all want to talk about. We just open discussion. And right before we went to break, my brother Xavier Dassau, salute, asked me. I had made a comment like I feel like the our religion is kind of hindering our people, and he asked me to elaborate on that. And this is just me. This is how I feel, what I think, my opinion. It ain't reflecting on nobody else. It ain't reflecting on how I was raised. It's reflecting on my life experiences. With that being said, I just think black people feel like if we replicate the treatment that we receive, we think that we're going to lose God's favor. And I don't think that's true because, I read the good book from cover to cover about 3-4 times. And the Old Testament I really kind of cling to. And if you really read the Old Testament, God, he appointed warriors. He appointed soldiers. He appointed judges. He appointed, you know what I'm saying? He ain't never said not defend yourself. Turn the other cheek didn't come into the New Testament. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I just feel like the black people that's been displaced in the world through the diaspora, if you go back to the Old Testament, Leviticus and Exodus and those type of books, it talks about the children of Israel was displaced from their homeland. They didn't recognize their religion. They true God. They didn't have a homeland. They didn't know their language. Just think about who that who is that a portrayal of in real life? And if you can't fathom that, I'm going to tell you, the displaced, quote unquote, Africans of the world shares a reality story with the biblical Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's just me, my research, my feeling, the way I think about it. And I seen an interesting quote from a book, and the book is called From Babylon to Timbuktu. Check it out if you into this type stuff. And like I keep saying, this is just a disclaimer. This is me. This is what I believe. And the fellow that wrote the book, he was saying that you had, well, we already know it's a fact. Every continent on this planet, the indigenous people of that continent was copper skin, period. I don't care how you slice it. If you look in Columbus journals, he even wrote, they in the Smithsonian Museum. If you ever go to D.C., go to the Smithsonian Museum, and you can look, and they wrote that when they reached the new lands, the Ethiopians were already there. The reason why they said the Ethiopians were already there is because copper-skinned people were all over the earth. Every continent, the indigenous people to every land on this earth were copper-skinned. Debate me if you want to. I might not debate you back because you can't make me think what I don't want to think, and this is what I want to think. So anyway, the copper-skinned Jews encountered the Romans, and they faced persecution from the Romans, which pushed them out of Jerusalem down into North Africa. From North Africa, they went down into sub-Saharan Africa, the Congo, the Sudan, Chad, all them regions, and then from there they went to Western Africa. They were already in Eastern Africa, because if you didn't realize, Egypt and the Middle East is really just Northeastern Africa. If it's the Middle East, where's the Middle West? Where's the Middle North? Where's the Middle South? That's for another episode. But anyway, so they was pushed down into the continent of Africa. And kind of like how it is in America, the indigenous Africans recognize that, hey, they look like us, but the quote Kendrick, no pun, they not like us. You know what I'm saying? And the dark Jews, they came with their own customs. They came with their own religion. They came with their own faith. They came with their own beliefs. They came with their own civilization. And according to this text that the brother wrote, the indigenous Africans, they kind of felt threatened. Like, these people may change our way of life. They may take our jobs. What they thought is the equivalent of today, or they're taking our jobs. Y'all know who say that. I ain't even got to go into all that. But so meanwhile, while this is going on, you got people that today they refer to them as Ashkenazi. I could be pronouncing it wrong. The Ashkenazi Jews, they came from Russia over into Jerusalem and kind of picked up the story and put the mask on, like, okay, we the Jews, y'all. And these would be the guys that you see with the little crinkly things on the side of their face. And like I said, no disrespecting nobody. It's just the way I see it, just the way I interpret it. They pushed a narrative that they're the chosen people. So what happened was, when they came to Africa, they realized, hey, man, we heard that you got some people over here you don't like. Guess what? We don't like them either. But we got boats and things, you understand me? And we got money. We'll give you a little money. Give them to us. We're going to ship them halfway across the world and see what happens. And what makes me kind of believe in this theory is the fact that, that's what I'm talking about, Zay. Babylon to Timbuktu. I just downloaded the PDF, so I'm kind of paraphrasing because I haven't really read it, but I just kind of like the footnotes of it. But what made me kind of believe that this holds weight, if you studied the biblical text, especially the Old Testament, when they said Moses fled to Egypt, he was able to blend in because he resembled the people. I'm going to say that again. He resembled the people. I'm going to say that one more time. He resembled the people. And we know that Moses was off the lineage that became to be Jacob as Israel. You see what I'm saying? So if he resembled the people in Egypt, he had to be copper skinned, period. I don't care what y'all say. This is what I say and what I believe. Copper skin. So kind of makes me believe that maybe we weren't indigenous African people, because if you think about it, only people I see that are from mainland Africa, motherland Africa, that resemble African, quote unquote, African Americans are the people of Ghana. And they'll tell you that Ghana has still, and to this day, it's a castle in Ghana, and when you walk down the steps, it's a sign that say the door of no return. And that's supposed to be where most of the quote unquote slaves was shipped from. I mean, I'm not saying this really what happened, but I am saying it makes sense to me. See what I'm saying? And that might explain why the indigenous Africans to this day, when they come to America, they don't like African American. They think we lazy. They think we complain about everything. They think we squander all of our opportunities, you know. But they not understanding the persecution that we've been through, and really for no reason. I can't find no person on this earth that can give me a valid reason why the things that happened to my people had to happen to my people. And if you can find me somebody that can give me a real good reason, or somebody that can give me a bad reason, just a reason, period, I invite them to come here and talk to me. Yeah. And you know, I'm glad you brought it up, Zay, because they will tell you that a curse of Ham is the reason why we experiencing what we experiencing. I don't know about all that, man. I don't know. It don't make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to me, and I think it's all a narrative that was pushed, and it was pushed so well. Like, people don't take into account the amount of research and money and the level of psychology that was put in play to keep us where we are. And it's working. So in a nutshell, that's why I feel like our religion and our beliefs kind of hinder us, because we believe in wrong. You know what I'm saying? it's just I don't think it's being taught right. And I seen an article that was talking about. I think it's what is it? When you get the nonprofit 5013C, something like that. You know what I'm talking about? I could be saying it wrong, but anybody that know what I'm talking about, confirm that for me. So the Black Church is a nonprofit. You know what I'm saying? They receive money from the government. But it was said that, I don't know how true it is, it was said that in order to keep the funding, they were only to teach faith. They were not to actually, 501c3, that's it, Jay. Hell yeah, that's it. It said that they were only allowed to teach faith. They wasn't really supposed to educate. So if you teaching faith, it's pretty much Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive. You understand me? Just pray about it. Oh, everything's gonna be all right. That type of stuff. That's faith. And like I said earlier, my faith is not gonna make a fool out of me. I'd rather be educated. You know what I'm saying? I need to know what's really going on, or have some kind of line to what's going on, because it's deception, man. It's a whole lot of deception in this world, and it's easy to get caught up in it and to get pulled down the rabbit hole. And I don't want that for my people. And like I said, if I'm wrong, I'll be judged for being wrong, but at least I made my own decision. I'm not going to be wrong on the account of somebody else. You're not finna tell me what to think, how to think. Not going for it. And that's all I really just try to project to the people, you know. Stand in your truth. Figure out what your truth is. Figure out who you are first. Once you figure out who you are, then you will figure out why you are that. And once you got your why, sky's the limit. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Period. Because you're going to create a relationship with whoever you deem your superior, and that's y'all's relationship. Can't nobody tell you how to honor that. Can't nobody tell you how to move within that. Stand on your square. That's pretty much all I'm saying. I know I probably just went off on a tangent, you know what I mean, and went around a little bit, but that's just my interpretation of the situation. What time? How much time we got left? Damn, I went on for real now. We got 2 minutes left, man. I want to say I appreciate everybody. It's been an awesome conversation. I appreciate all the feedback. And anybody that knows me for real, this is like really the stuff that I be on, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to tell nobody not to believe in what you believe, because I'm not the one to tell you that. All I'm saying is don't let nobody make a fool out of you. And they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. We shall overcome it for a long time, y'all, and we ain't got no better results. So just let that marinate on your top for a minute. You understand me? Because if you know, like I know, you need to find ways to exercise your pineal gland. If you exercise your pineal gland, that open up your chakras, and your chakras is your Wi-Fi router to the universe, to your God, and you'll know what's really going on. And you heard that from me. And I ain't gonna tell you who I heard that from, because that ain't your business. I ain't gonna tell you no wrong. Yeah, man. I want to tell everybody, man, stay healthy, stay prayed up. As much as you pray, you got to meditate, because once you talk to God, God will talk back to you. Meditation is listening. You got 2 ears and you got 1 mouth. Once you listen and you receive what the message is, you will understand your purpose in life. Once you understand your purpose, you can project that into the universe, and you will see the good coming from it. You will see the good coming from it. I promise you that. I am a living proof of that. Everything I done been through, I've been through so much more than the average person. I'm supposed to have been broke 10 times. And I ain't talking about financially, bro. I'm talking about spirit, mind, soul, body, all that. I'm still here. I'm still pushing. Still going. And I want to shout out Tartarian World Market Trade Show 2025 tour. If y'all don't know what that's about, keep on watching. We finna start unrolling some real stuff, some unfathomable stuff, some life-changing stuff, world-changing stuff. And it's all going to start in Fort Valley, Georgia, my hometown. We love y'all. We want y'all to know that. We're going to show y'all how much we love y'all. We appreciate it. Shout out to my big bro, J. Dickey L., the Honorable J. Dickey L., Senior. If you don't know him, get to know him. If you don't get to know him, too bad. Train going to keep rolling. We got a celebrity bingo in Fort Valley, Georgia, the 2nd and the 3rd, couple of days from now. Matter of fact, tomorrow and the next day. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. It's going to be big. We got Dale Davis, retired from the Indiana Pacers. Yeah. Got all that. We got more NBA, NFL players, college players. Real big people, man. We just trying to expose our city, our town, our community to some bigger things, some bigger opportunities. Keep it locked in, man. Stay tuned. Like I said earlier, it's the program. We just trying to grow. And if you like what you see, I ain't begging, but if you like what you see, feel free to donate. Iyah Wise Music, Cash App, IYAHWISE Music. And with that being said, it's been another one. It's been a real one. It's the program. Love everybody. Y'all be good.